Hello everyone! In this video, you will get to know the broader idea of this workflow that we are going to build, which will allow you at the end to speak with ClinVar and ask it questions. Imagine we divide this whole thing into 4 places. The first thing is you sitting on your laptop, and you will be chatting with ClinVar and asking its questions. The second place, or the second thing, is the data. What is the data? In our case, it's the 3 million mutations from ClinVar. The third thing is the database, and you can imagine it as a container in which you would pour in all of the data. Because you cannot access the ClinVar data directly, you have to access it through a database. And the last thing is the base. So the base is the place where you will be building everything on top of it. The base is the place where it will be interacting with the database, and you will be interacting with this base to speak with ClinVar and ask questions. So this space, actually, it is n8n. So this is a place where we will be building our workflow, and you can access it by going to n8n.io. The database is actually Microsoft Azure, and the data, it's the ClinVar data from the NCBI website. So the ClinVar data will be poured inside the Microsoft Azure database, and you will be doing this process via a tool called the Beaver. So you would use this tool in order to put the ClinVar data inside Microsoft Azure. And then, through n8n, you will be interacting with the Microsoft Azure database via a tool called PostgreSQL, which you will set up inside n8n. Now, what are the tools that you will need for this workflow in order to be able to build it? There are 2 cloud tools, and by cloud, I mean the tools which you don't need to install, but you can access it on the cloud by going to the website of these tools. The first one is n8n, which is the place where you will be building everything. And then it's Microsoft Azure, which is the database where we will put the ClinVar data inside. And the local tools which you will install, it's called the Beaver. With respect to the data, we will be using ClinVar variants from NCBI through this URL. And the last thing is a prompt file which contains instructions that we will be teaching the AI agent later on how to handle the ClinVar data and how to understand it in order to be able to answer our questions at the end. If we imagine the whole thing from A to Z, the first step for us to build this workflow would be to set up the Microsoft Azure free account. The second step would be to load the variants from ClinVar into the Microsoft Azure account using dbeaver. The third step would be to set up the n8n workflow. The fourth one is to test the workflow. And the last one is to do some enhancement to make it better and faster.